Hi, Dr. Packer here with Precision Spinal Care. Today we're going to talk about scoliosis. Now, scoliosis mainly affects females, girls between the age of 8 to 18, although it can affect boys as well. Oftentimes, scoliosis is what's called idiopathic, meaning they don't know the cause, but it is linked to misalignment in the spine. It just goes to extreme measures. And typically, when you look at the spine, when you look at it straight on, it's supposed to be straight. And when you look at it from the side, there's supposed to be curvatures. However, when somebody has scoliosis, when you're looking at it straight on, there's actually that curvature. Now, typically if that curvature gets to a certain amount of degrees, usually over 20, the typical medical recommendations would be to wear a brace just to keep it from getting any worse. It doesn't make it any better, it just keeps it from progressing possibly. And if the scoliosis were to reach in the 40-degree range, it can actually cause internal organ damage and can even be life-threatening. So typically the course of care when it starts getting close to that amount would be surgery, where they actually install Harrington rods into the spine. It's a very invasive surgery to try to straighten the spine out. Now, typically when somebody has scoliosis, the biggest problem is neglect. That by bringing children in early and getting them measured for spinal misalignment, which we do here with the pediatric section of our Nucca Spinal Care office, we can actually measure and detect these problems before they become significant. Because typically once it's over 20 degrees, it's usually oftentimes too late with standard approaches. But by screening children early, or even catching it when it's 20 degrees or below, with a course of Nucca Spinal Care where we can actually correct the root cause of why the spine's out of alignment with natural non-invasive means, it's a good preventative approach to avoiding more severe scoliosis. Again, typically the biggest problem with scoliosis is neglect, and sometimes parents just write off the symptoms as growing pains when the child is young. But it is very important to get the child checked for spinal misalignment and bring them to a Nucca specialist so they can measure the child's spine, take some x-rays, and see exactly where the degrees of misalignment are. And if there's no problem, great, but we can detect problems before they become more serious.